I am the Judas Resurrection.
Gods and aliens. Think about where we are now. And then think about the way it is 200,000, 400,000 years ago. If you go into our ancestors, our brothers in the bloodline that bred with us, or sisters, if you want to go by the Bible and don't want to accept homosexuality, you don't want to be sleeping with your brothers in your ancestry. A family that comes together sticks together. Think about these aliens. What would they do if they were just scouting planets like Kirk and, well, Bones? And they come across not a civilization, but just a group of people that have the capacity to become a civilization. And they know that these people, these Homo sapiens, I don't say Homo sapiens sapiens until later on, like nowadays. Back then, they were just one standing erect intellect. Homo sapiens. What if they had to be fed information? And these people were just such innocents. The aliens checking them out. Kirk would be an alien to them. Say it's some other planet and we're just flip-flopping it a bit. They might look and say, you know what? We could fuck with these people. At the very least. Or what we could achieve is creating a people that can come to understand our ways and our technologies and our existence, which might be too difficult for them to understand right in the here and now and the back then, before they said, Marty, we gotta get back to the future, type of stuff. What if they looked at it and said, okay, we will create some system over a span of time because we're a stable civilization, we're happy, we're pretty much satisfactory as an organization of a people. We'll be here a while. We can watch these people and just give them what it takes to maybe take the next step to understand our kind of living and how it happens. But it would blow the mind of these people around the fire if they got all of this information at once right now, because they just found each other and fucked each other, and the only reason her brother didn't kill you was because you had a sister and you said, well, just take her, and you become a clan and stuff like that. But they had to start with something small in order for us to ever have the ability to achieve an understanding of the way their life is. So they acted like there were gods in the skies. Notice they put them in the skies, and then they put them in everything. There's one in that rock. There's one in the tree over there. People like to knock on wood and say, They don't know they're saying it when they talk braggartly, however that, speak with braggadocio. They don't understand that what they're doing is they're calling on the spirit of the wood gods and saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have acted so arrogant. You know, it's not very becoming of a person that has the things I do. I should be more humble of it. Well, but they knock on wood. I touch the tree sometimes, yeah. Oh, there it is. And then I let energy flow through it, just in case this stuff works. It's a Pascal's wager type of thing, but it's like, if it doesn't work, no big fucking deal. But if it does work, I can accept that. And you say, I'm sorry. And they say, you're okay. Because if I don't do that, it's an odd thing. Within 2 weeks, something fucking really terrible happens to me. How I was saying, I've been getting away with it for so long. Somebody shows up and it's like, fuck, you got me. I should have told the wood spirits I was kind of sorry for having been that way. They don't like arrogant people. Evidently, this civilization is on a fucking level that arrogance is unnecessary, and it's something lost in time hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago, probably, before they got to the point where they could come find us and say, hey, take a look. There's a world in this verse, however it is, multi, that can help and that can work and can be happy. But they had to start making things up that weren't real in our lives, just so that when we get to that point, we can understand what life itself is all about, which gives us a deeper understanding of ourselves and gives us choices on how we can go forth. Which wolf will you feed? And so then after a little time of them worshiping the wind and showing themselves, they say God doesn't speak to us anymore. He gave us as much as he needed if he's the alien, you know. And it's just the type of thing that they then give us God. God gave us everything he needed to say to us. But that didn't happen for a while. You look at, you know, Osiris and Anubis and the sun Ra, and the underflowing river as the sky comes and goes and shit like that. And they were doing pretty cool things at the time, but as it happens when you make someplace great again like it was before, they eliminate all the knowledge that these intelligentsia sort of people had come across. They wipe it out and they throw in God, like in Islam, the fucking Sumeria, Mesopotamia, shit like that. They were doing the most fantastic things before anybody. Hey, I was at the ziggurat it was 6,500 years supposedly that the city of Ur was there, and I walked there and I walked through the tombs and saw where Isaac and Ishmael were born, of Sarah and Hagar and Abraham, or Ibrahim, not sure how you want to say it. And then all the progress stopped it's like they're giving us a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and we keep dragging it back. We're trying to stay back here, but they keep giving us a little bit more. They're not giving us any more, but the people that the stuff is passed on to through the years, there are some of them that still go with it instead of picking God. We've made it all this way. And look where we're at right now. We're at a pivotal point where we were on the way to making good stuff. And they came and they brought God back. And the aliens watch us fighting. And they're not sad like they failed. They're finding it interesting how we do this with all we have. We decide we would rather go back, and the people are trying to stop us from going forward. They're eliminating education. They're doing things like this on purpose because those are the people that just did too well with the old ways, watching other people suffer. So we might start seeing aliens again. Just they're like, well, they've been through enough. People will call it God. They come from the sky, places that we have never seen. And they are just keeping us from finding out what life, what our personal sense of self in this aspect, this portion of the huge boundaries that don't exist of life itself. And Angie, ain't it good to be alive? The aliens, the gods with so much to offer, told us the truths. And the guy that's okay with somebody fucking his sister because he gets to fuck his sister, they just don't want to be happy. They don't want to be functional. I forgot I'm in a disabled room. They must have just looked at my eyes and realized there's something wrong with me. That explains it.